All right, so Google has made a groundbreaking announcement in the field of quantum computing. And to talk more on Google's new quantum chip, we are joined by IT expert Mr. Prasoon Sharma, who's founder and CEO WS. Welcome, sir. Welcome to DD India. Appreciate you giving us your precious time. All are curious to know about this chip, next generation quantum computing chip, Google is calling it. Tell us, what will it do and how is this revolutionary?
That's amazing. And first of all, thanks for having me. So this can change the world in all aspects, having a chip which can do video analytics for maybe finding errors in many machines, even, having your broadcast internationally where you just use a chip to, do the buffering and other aspects. So it will change the whole ecosystem, and then it can give a thrust for computing, for anything related to computing which involves in daily life or in a larger ecosystem, including the present problem statements and the future problem statements, and also till like space technologies as well. So it will impact very immensely in all aspects, and it will initiate a new era of competition of creating such kind of chips by other vendors as well.
You're saying new era of competition. I mean, Google says it has achieved a breakthrough in quantum computing with its new chip. Tell us, how big is this, and also in detail, what changes it will bring?
So, like the kind of claim they have mentioned that they can solve a computation which a supercomputer does, and that also be like with a small chip which they named as Willow. So imagine like you have data centers or computer centers or large computer systems for supercomputing, and then that is replaced by just a chip in your arm. So kind of competition you will have. So this will change the whole horizon of any and everything, and it is remarkable. Although it's still announced by Google, but I think it will take time to verify all these claims. But if Google is saying this, so it would be having such merits. So imagine having like your IRCTCs or having so big, computing or data centers, and it reduces to just one slack, or maybe a kind of chips which is just like a hard drive kind of thing. So you can take some GPUs as a hard drives, which can create manifold computations, whether it's which is equivalent to like 2 or 3 or 5 supercomputers. So this can help in health tech, where you are using like various computation for either testing various medicines. It can help in your many electronics items. It can also help in defense and space research and agriculture as well.
Okay, Willow computing, you're saying. I mean, how does it work actually? If you can explain us in detail, where does also India stands in this field?
I think to that level of computation, India still needs to, create capabilities, because this is a very breakthrough and very niche capability which they are claiming. And although we are still working on having GPUs for our own ecosystem, and you see Government of India is doing many efforts, but having such kind of ecosystem or enablers as a chip, which they say in their terminology, chip has 105 qubits with improved error correction. So this is very competitive to like today's fastest supercomputer is 10 septillion, and they are claiming much more than that. So this is a very big claim, and it can change the history of all tech innovations if this is implementable on a larger scale. Like you see what NVIDIA is doing with GPUs, and if Google comes with such kind of things, so all the dependencies of large supercomputer or manufacturing or supply chain will be totally subverted.
Interesting. And also, Mr. Sharma, if we can simplify it for our viewers, what is quantum computing, and also how does it different from the classical computing?
So normally, in just a very basic terms, quantum computing increases the computing capability. Normally, like in general term, like if you are doing some coding or playing games, so you can see the buffering and all that depends on computing, and you have a large CPU or your laptop which helps in this computing. But on a larger scale, like what they claim is this chip has solved a problem which takes 30 years to solve with the normal computers, because that much of computing is needed. And this chip solved that in just 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is the, that's why it is called quantum, because a quantum leap in processing power. And that too with like a chip on a palm. Normally, if you take today's supercomputers, they are large enough in physical ecosystem and the computing aspect as well. But now, just a chip you can enable in any of your ecosystem. Otherwise, supercomputing, you need some networking expert to connect, maybe for your broadcasting things or for your studios. But I mean, imagine you just have a chip which enables like a hard drive, which we can foresee in coming days.
Okay.
So this is what it can change in the whole ecosystem, and which is very, very, I would say, exponential change in terms of computing world.
You're saying it's an exponential change, but I was reading it somewhere, Mr. Sharma. Willow performed a standard benchmark computation in under 5 minutes that would take one of today's fastest supercomputers to septillion years, which is 24 zeros after 10, that is 1025 years. This is incredible. I mean, Google's aim, you think, is to revolutionize computing by achieving speeds far beyond current systems?
It is actually. And the way if you say chip war was going on, and everyone is eager to secure computing power, whether it's corporates or countries. So this will revolutionize, and this will also subvert the supply chain, because if you see in chip war, the supply chain is highly dependent on very few geographies or players, and now Google is coming up with very new innovative things. And we need to still, compare with the existing ecosystem, especially the GPUs with NVIDIA is highlighting. So a comparative analysis will be there by the market expert or stakeholders. But as per the claim, they are far beyond than the existing any player which is offering such computing.
And very quickly, Mr. Sharma, I mean, the Willow chip is a major step on a journey that began over 10 years ago. What's next with Willow and beyond?
So the next will be, now they have shown their capabilities of computing, and now I think the next they will showcase the applications where it can add value, especially the applications where we were, depending on very big computing, machineries. And it takes longer than normal times, like as you mentioned about like septillion years. So this is what it is bringing. So it will also showcase some applications which previously we think it was impossible, whether it's like computing anything related to other planets and reaching them out, or anything related to cryptocurrency or such kind of algorithmic ecosystem where you need a high dense computing. So they will showcase their applications in next steps.
All right, Mr. Sharma, interesting discussion. I wanted to ask you about how will it perform AI and climate also, but time is not permitting us, but maybe later we'll have a detailed discussion. We'll leave it at that. Thank you, Mr. Sharma, for giving us your precious time.